10 years of visible aging may not begin on your face at all. It may begin inside a system most people never think about, the lymphatic system. Unlike blood circulation, it has no heart, no motor, no central force pushing it forward. It clears only when the body creates enough movement to move it. In a physically active life, that system keeps flowing. In a sedentary one, especially for men over 50, it starts to slow. And once it slows, the cost shows up everywhere. Waste lingers in the tissues longer than it should. Metabolic debris stops clearing efficiently. Skin loses freshness faster. Mental sharpness softens. Energy becomes something you manage instead of something you naturally have. By the time many men reach their mid-50s, lymphatic drainage may be working at only a fraction of its intended capacity. In some interpretations, close to 40% of what the system was built to handle. Ancient practitioners may not have had the language of thoracic ducts, drainage pathways, or cellular waste clearance, but they understood that something essential was being lost. So they developed a response. One position, one daily ritual, one mechanical reset. That practice is Viparita Karani. In the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, chapter 3, verse 78, it is described as a practice powerful enough to conquer old age and death. Read casually. That sounds mystical. Read more carefully. It may sound like something else entirely. A direct record of repeated biological outcomes. Men were practicing this method, appearing younger than their years, recovering differently, carrying themselves differently. And the tradition preserved the result long before science could explain the mechanism behind it. Today, that mechanism is no longer invisible. Modern research has explored the relationship between impaired lymphatic function and accelerated cellular aging markers. The same kind of accumulation ancient systems were trying to prevent may be part of what modern biology now links to visible decline. So the 10 years your body may be carrying right now, the visual gap between what you are and what you could be, may not be living only on your face, or in your fatigue, or in your sleep. It may be living inside your lymphatic system. More specifically, inside the thoracic duct, the body's main lymphatic highway running along the spine, draining most of the body's lymph back into circulation. And this is where the practice begins. Lie down. Legs up the wall. We begin now. Sit beside a wall and lower your back to the floor. Bring your legs straight up. Keep your hips about 6 to 8 inches from the wall. Let your arms relax by your sides, palms facing up, eyes closed. Then feel what starts changing in your lower legs. The heaviness, the subtle pulse, the pressure shift. That is not random discomfort. That is the first mechanism beginning. Gravity is now helping pooled fluid from the lower limbs move back toward central circulation. This is inversion-assisted venous and lymphatic return. Instead of staying trapped in the legs, fluid begins moving back toward the thoracic duct. In simple terms, the body is finally getting help, clearing what sedentary living keeps leaving behind. Then comes the second phase. Breath. Inhale slowly through the nose for 4 counts. Exhale for 6. Do not force it. Let the diaphragm descend fully on the inhale and compress on the exhale. In this position, your diaphragm is no longer just a breathing muscle. It becomes part of a pump. Every slow breath creates a pressure cycle through the torso, and that pressure cycle may help support movement through the thoracic duct. This is what makes the practice feel less like stretching and more like biological engineering. Slow, controlled breathing is also associated with a rise in vagal tone, which matters because the vagus nerve helps shift the body into parasympathetic mode, the state where repair, recovery, and restoration become more available. Then comes the third phase, and this is where most people break the effect by moving too much. Stop adjusting. Stop checking. Stop mentally sprinting. Hold the position in stillness. Because now the body is receiving a different signal. The legs are elevated. Fluid is changing direction. The breath has slowed. Stress output is dropping. The nervous system begins shifting out of survival mode and into repair mode. That calm behind the eyes, that subtle warmth across the chest, that sense that something deep in the body is unwinding. Those are the kinds of sensations many people notice when circulation, breath mechanics, and parasympathetic activation start working together. And then comes the fourth mechanism, the one that makes the nightly timing so important. Done before sleep, this practice may help prepare the body for deeper slow-wave sleep, the phase most associated with overnight repair, growth hormone release, and lymphatic clearance. In other words, the pose may not only help in the moment, it may help set up the biological cleanup that continues after you fall asleep. That is why this can be seen as more than a relaxation pose. First, gravity helps reverse lower body stagnation. Second, the diaphragm supports lymphatic movement through pressure changes. Third, slow breathing raises parasympathetic tone and reduces stress-driven breakdown. Fourth, better pre-sleep physiology may support the overnight repair systems the aging body depends on most. This is also why the language of the ancients begins to sound less symbolic and more observational. What they called conquering old age. Modern language might describe as improving lymphatic return, supporting vagal tone, and optimizing the conditions for deeper overnight repair. The vocabulary changed. The idea did not. Remove stagnation, improve clearance, deepen recovery. Let the body do what it was designed to do. And when this is repeated nightly, the changes may begin to compound. Day 1, you may feel mild warmth, heaviness, or tingling in the legs after the practice. That can feel like fluid moving in a way it has not moved for a long time. By day 3, facial puffiness may begin to reduce as drainage around the jawline starts improving. By day 7, skin may begin looking clearer or brighter, not because of magic, but because waste is clearing and the tissue environment is changing. By day 14, sleep may deepen, mornings may feel smoother, and recovery may begin feeling less forced. And by day 21, the difference may start showing on the outside. Not because one pose magically erases age, but because better drainage, better nervous system regulation, and better overnight repair have now been compounding for 3 straight weeks. That is the real emotional core of this idea. Maybe the years were not fully lost. Maybe part of what looks like aging is actually accumulation, stagnation, and incomplete recovery, repeated over and over again. Maybe the body you are living in right now is not just the result of time passing, but the result of what has and has not been clearing. And maybe Viparita Karani does not give you youth so much as remove the obstruction that has been standing in its way. So no, this is not just yoga in the casual way people use that word. This is a nightly reset for lymphatic flow, nervous system state, and overnight repair. A wall, a few minutes, a slower breath, a still body, and a practice that survived for centuries because the result was visible long before the mechanism was understood. Try it tonight. Legs up the wall. 4-count inhale. 6-count exhale. Absolute stillness. Then sleep. If you feel the warmth rise from the hips toward the chest, if your face looks less swollen in the morning, if your sleep feels heavier and cleaner after a week, pay attention. Because the real promise here is not fantasy. It is the possibility that your body still remembers how to repair. It may just need the right conditions to do it again. If this feels like the kind of shift your body has been asking for, let me know in the comments. And if tonight is the night you stop letting stress, stagnation, and silent decline run the show. Say something below.